Hello everybody, what is up, and welcome to my brand new YouTube video. If you have not seen me before, my name is Sydney, and today I thought it'd be kind of fun to talk about some things that I have learned during my journey at Liberty University so far. So a lot of these things that I have learned have come from my junior year, some from my sophomore year, but that's what I'm mostly going to be talking about today, and hopefully they will be able to help you out as well, whether you go to Liberty or whether you are just starting college. Just some lessons that I've learned and just a little bit of advice for you guys that are going to be starting college, and just some life lessons in general. I know that my room looks maybe a little bit different than it did last time. It's kind of empty. There's some storage bins that I have here in my closet, but I have literally all my stuff packed in a corner right over here. So if it looks like I am in an empty room, that's because I am. So we're working with what we got here. So if you have not yet, please make sure that you give this video a like, and also please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel, Sydney D. Let's get right into lessons that I have learned during my time at Liberty University. The first thing that I have learned during my time at Liberty is that it is so important to take time for yourself. So of course you want to make sure that you're getting the most out of your classes and studying, having time with friends, and obviously I make sure that I make the time to go to church and hang out with my family, all of that. But it is so important just to take time for yourself, just to relax and kind of just reset for, you know, maybe the next day, the next week. But it is so important just to take time for yourself because it could definitely be very needed, especially when life can be kind of crazy. But definitely that is one of the main things that I have learned. The next thing that I've learned is that it is okay to say no. So when you start going to college, a lot of the times there's going to be a lot of hall events, or there's going to be a lot of things that are going on when there's going to be a lot of people around, and you want to go hang out and meet as many people as you possibly can. But sometimes there can be a little bit too much going on, and you want to make sure that you're not saying yes to everything, because it can definitely lead to burnout, and you do not want that at all. And sometimes, like, it's also okay to say no if a friend wants to ask to hang out. Like, it's okay to just communicate and be like, hey, like, I would love to hang out, nothing against you, but I'm just tired and I just need to just take a nap, or I just need to relax, because sometimes that is definitely needed. And it's okay to say no. Don't feel guilty about saying no. Like, I definitely wouldn't be saying no all the time, but definitely say yes to just going out and meeting a bunch of people. But also it is okay to say no, especially every once in a while. The next thing I've learned is that change is such a good thing, that sometimes change is okay, and sometimes change happens when we don't expect it, and sometimes change can be very spontaneous. Like, if you were to tell me that I was to move from a dorm to an apartment in the middle of the school year, I wouldn't have believed you. But really, it is one of the best things that I could have done for myself, because I've definitely been able to just learn a lot about myself, and just being able to grow as a person, and just change in general, just change in classes, just maybe sometimes change in your friend group. But sometimes change is okay, and it's okay to just embrace things that are different and are new, because that's just such a normal part of life. So the next thing that I have learned, and I talked about this a little bit before, but definitely make an effort to get out and know people. So what I really mean by this is, like I said, in the beginning of your time at college, there's going to be a lot of events where you will be able to go out and meet people, but definitely try to go to as many as you can, but obviously not too many, but definitely go, because I noticed like that first week of college is when people start to meet each other, start to become friends, start to form their friend group. So it's normally within those first couple of weeks. So I highly recommend going to as many as you can, and just go talk to people. Just go say hi, like literally just say hi to everybody. Like maybe try to find something that you have in common with somebody, just start up a conversation, because you just never really know where it could lead to. But just go meet a lot of people as possible, and definitely try to start off a lot of conversations to form some friendships. The next thing that I have learned is that your success is all dependent upon you. And what I mean by this is, like, it's not like high school where your teachers are coming up to you being like, hey, like, you didn't get that assignment done, or, you know, you don't have people kind of on you at all times. Like, when you're in college, your success is all dependent upon yourself. Like, it is your job to get your assignments done, how many clubs you want to get involved in, the friendships that you make, what kind of job that you want to get. Like, all of those things are dependent upon yourself, and it's really a good time to become independent and really learn who you are. And anytime that you have a goal for yourself, the only person that's stopping you is yourself. So I definitely think that if you want to be successful during your time in college, definitely that is all dependent upon yourself, but definitely make priorities for yourself and write down the goals that you do have, and definitely do everything that you can to try to reach those goals. The next thing that I have learned is that some people are only in your life for a season, and that's okay. Some people are not going to be in your life forever, and I've learned that honestly that's completely okay, because you're only going to have some people in your life for a certain amount of time, because some people are in your life for a reason and to really help you grow as a person. So really, not everybody is going to be in your life all the time, and some people grow apart, some people grow and they're figuring out life and trying to figure out things that make them who they are, and sometimes we lose people in that process, but at the same time we bring in new people during that process as well. So, you know, sometimes people are in your life for certain reasons, and that is completely fine. One of the next main things that I've learned is that everyone does life at a different path. So what I mean by this is that obviously the Lord knows what he's going to do with our lives, and everybody moves at a different pace. So one of the main things is, like, I go to Liberty, of course. I've said that a million times. But one of the main things that they push here is the idea of marriage and finding your spouse and finding that person that you're going to be with forever. And it sometimes gets to the point where, like, I know people who basically by the end of their time here at Liberty, if they don't find a spouse, they almost feel kind of bad about it. But the thing is that it's okay, like, if you don't find that person that you're going to be with, because sometimes people will find who their partner is after they graduate from college or one of the first jobs that they go to. And not even just with relationships as well. Of course, some people will be married at different points in their life. Some people do right out of college. Some people don't do it until they get into their 30s. Like, it's literally different for every single person. But also in terms of just getting a job, like, you know, sometimes people don't want to start off at a certain company, or you don't want to have to start off at your dream job right away. And some people go off to graduate school, but like, every single person has a different path in their life, and you have to do what is best for yourself. And you should never be comparing yourself to what other people have done, because your path and what the Lord wants you to do is specifically for yourself. If that makes any sense. I hope that it does. Everybody has a different path, and that is just completely okay. The next thing that I've learned is that to be a leader, that does not necessarily mean having a title. You do not have to be the president of a club, or you do not have to be a leader on your hall. Like, you don't need to be like on hall leadership. Like, you don't need to really do all of these things to be considered a leader. To really be a leader means to just be confident in who you are, and always just take initiative to do everything that you can to just really be successful within your job, your classes. And just being a leader ultimately means that you're just being an example to others of how you want to be able to do things. So that's definitely one of the main things that I've learned, that you don't need to have a title to be considered a leader with anything that you do. The next thing that I have learned is that the Lord is the only one that you can truly depend upon. People are imperfect. People will let you down. The Lord is the one who is always constant in our lives. He never changes. He always stays the same. And sometimes life can be unpredictable, but God is not unpredictable because he's always there for us. And I've just really learned that it's important to be dependent upon him because he's the only one who can truly get us through anything that may come our way. And the last thing that I have learned is that the only way that you can grow as a person is just doing things outside of your comfort zone, things that you really don't normally do. So for example, I would definitely say, like, I'm not a person that likes any kind of outdoor activities, but definitely like go on that hike that you normally wouldn't do, or just go on a walk with a bunch of your friends, or like any kind of events that a bunch of people are going to go to. Just go and do it. Go make new friends, like go meet new people. It's just really important to just kind of do things out of your comfort zone. That's when you really learn who you are as a person. So I just highly recommend doing things that, you know, can really just help you grow as a person, because it's ultimately going to better yourself. So that is all that I have for today's YouTube video. I wanted to thank you guys again so much for clicking on this video. If you have not yet, please make sure that you remember to give this video a like, and also please subscribe to Sydney D right here, my YouTube channel. And thank you guys just so much for watching this video. Your support means so much. And again, let me know what kind of videos that you guys want to see in the comment section below, because I want to make content that you guys enjoy. So thank you guys again so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!